Hello students. Today we will study second part of chapter 2, The Sound of Music, that is the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. The lesson traces the origin of Shehnai and deals with the life of famous Shehnai player Ustad Bismillah Khan, his love for his motherland and his devotion to art. The chapter tells us how he grows above narrow political or religious thinking and remained devoted to developing his music by giving newer dimensions. Despite being born into a Muslim family, he remained devout worshipper of the Vishnu temple of Banaras and played the Shehnai every morning. Bismillah Khan was conferred various awards. He toured extensively, but his heart and soul were always anchored in Banaras and river Ganga. Let's begin the chapter. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb gave orders of banning the playing musical instrument called pungi in his palace because he did not like its shrill sound and it was considered as a noise maker. A barber who used to visit the royal palace often decided to improve the tonal quality of the instrument that it made a pleasant sound. So he chose a pipe with a hollow stem which was comparatively longer and broader than the traditional pungi. Then he made 7 holes in it and played it by closing and opening some of these holes to create a soft and melodious sound. So students, now there is a very interesting story how this instrument got its name. When the barber made the new instrument, he decided to play the modified form in the royal court first, and everyone who listened to this new instrument was very impressed. So they all decided to call this Shehnai because it was first played in the Shah's chamber and the first person who played it was a Nai, that is Hindu name for a barber. Once the Shehnai was welcomed in the royal court, people started considering it auspicious too. This is one of the reasons that it is played in temples and is considered a very important part of a North Indian wedding music. It was much later that it was brought on the stage as a classical instrument, and the credit for popularizing it on the stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. Now, from here, the chapter deals with the life story of Ustad Bismillah Khan. When he was just 5 years old, he used to visit the local Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. After he finished singing, he was given a big laddu, which was the customary prize given by the Maharaja when he was happy with someone's performance. Ustad Bismillah Khan was born on March 21 in 1969. He was born in a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasool Baksh Khan used to play the Shehnai in the court of Bhojpur. His father, Paigambar Baksh, and other members of the family were all great Shehnai players. He was just 3 years old when his mother took him to her brother's house in Banaras. The child was so fascinated watching his uncle practicing Shehnai that he started accompanying Ali Baksh, his uncle, to Vishnu temple. Bismillah Khan would sit by the side of his uncle and enchanted by the music he played. Gradually, he started taking lessons from his uncle in playing the shehnai. He would practice the instrument for hours and hours. Later, he grew fond of the temples of Balaji and Mangla Maya on the banks of river and started visiting these places very often. He wanted to sit in a quiet place and practice without any distraction. He would look at the flowing water of the Ganges and get inspired to play the different ragas which people thought could not be played on the shehnai. When he turned 14, he accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference and he was praised by Ustad Fayaz Khan, who told him that if he continued to work hard, he would become a successful artist. Then came another opportunity. The All India Radio opened in Lucknow and he was given a chance to play shehnai on the radio. Soon, he was one of the most popular shehnai player on radio. Another feather on the cap came on Independence Day celebration in the premises of the Red Fort on 15th August 1947. He became the first Indian to greet the nation on this day with playing of shehnai. It was indeed a rare honor. He was so happy and he poured his heart out and gave one of the best performances with his Rag Kafi. He gave many memorable performances after this, both in India and in other countries too. After his performance during his first trip to Afghanistan, King Zahid Shah became very impressed by his playing of shehnai and gifted him costly Persian carpets. Then there was no stopping. The film producer Vijay Bhatt was so fascinated by his music that he produced a film by the name of Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was an instant hit and Bismillah Khan's famous composition Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya became a hot favorite of everyone. Though Bismillah Khan became popular in the cinema world, but he gave only 2 performances. One was in Vijayapath movie and the other one was Srinivasa's Kannada venture. But he did not want to remain connected with the artificial world of glamour that films represented. After that, various awards and recognitions came into his life. He was the first Indian to perform at the Lincoln Center Hall in America, which is a rare honor. He also performed in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Plains Art Festival, and in Osaka Trade Fair. By now, he had become so famous and respected that an auditorium was made in Tehran after his name. He won the coveted awards like the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and in 2001 he was conferred with the highest Indian award, the Bharat Ratna. He always said, "Teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn the music." Once, a student of his wanted to start a Shehnai school in America and asked him to head his institution. He even promised that he would create an environment resembling that of Benares. But Khan Sahib refused the offer and asked him if he would be able to bring the Ganga too. Bismillah Khan later said whenever he was in a foreign land, he missed Benares and River Ganga the most. To sum up, we can say that Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is an example of the rich cultural heritage of India. He is a unique example of the integrity of the cultures because, being a Muslim, he played the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So, students, to understand the chapter a little more, read the message conveyed and the value points yourself. Thank you.